sideways in front of Foster and going to 6 hour. Amy Zucker.
Down low. We're beating and banging here in the sportsman class. Still banging as we head down.
Rempel going to work there. Oh, 5 wide for a moment through 1 and 2. Back down to 4 and 3 wide off of 2. What a showing.
Dirty up our knees in the battle. Oh, come on. Round up the boys, gonna make the walls rattle. Oh, our flag is tattered and our homes are shattered, but it doesn't matter 'cause we're moving. Round them up, let's go. Round them up, let's go.
Precision Auto Body Stock Cars, 18 laps on their A main coming to the green. Kelderman grabs the initial lead. He's got that bonus money on him from Rob Seco. The 6L of Jim Larson in the second spot, trying to hold off Gregoire and Callis. Side by side behind him. Here comes Gregoire grabbing the second spot with a good drive off of turn 4. 4 wide behind the top 4. Coming out of that, it's the 11K of Darren Cordles into the top 5. Spencer Callis battles back on the outside of Cordles. Now 3 wide for the second spot off of turn 4. Josh Kelderman loving it as he pulls away to the lead. Gregoire second by the line. Jim Larson gets a nose in front of him. Gregoire top of the track, gets the momentum and grabs the spot back from Larson. Spencer Callis working his way back into the mix. He's got the 4th spot up top. Kelderman and then 2 by 2 behind him. Larson sliding up. Gregoire sneaks around the outside. Here comes Spencer Callis to the outside of Jim. Roger Verdorn, he's running that bottom slow and steady around the racetrack into the top 5 goes the 04. Now 3 cars racing for second. Gregoire's got that preferred line. Jim Larson stuck in the middle, slides back. Here comes Spencer Callis on the top. Larson on the bottom sliding up, but Callis is there. Roger Verdorn nose in front of them. Verdorn back to the bottom. Cordles right behind Jim Larson. Now he'll diamond cut across turn number 2 to the bottom. He sees Verdorn making it work down there in the 11K, thinking, let's try that bottom line. Top 3, though, remain on the top of the speedway, as Rich Gregoire has closed in on your race leader, the 43K of Josh Kelderman with 12 laps to go. Bump and run. The 11K of Darren Cordles got to Jim Larson's bumper. Gets by him. Larson slipping back. Top 5 breaking away now just a bit. Larson is off the pace. He's got a flat tire. Flat tire, Jim Larson takes it to the infield. Tom Crock with trouble in turn number 1. Gets the 15 pointed back the right way. We remain green. So, top 5. Hey, look at this. I took my eye off of him for a second, and we've got a new leader. It's Roger Verdorn in the 04. Verdorn making that bottom work. Started 5th. He's now leading at 10 to go. They'll see the cross flags as the 11K of Darren Cordles working that bottom. Here he comes. And he grabs the second spot from Kelderman. Gregoire now in the 4th spot. 5th belonging to the 20K of Spencer Callis. And John DeBoer chasing that party of 5 up front. Chasing him down. Trying to make it a group of 6. Roger Verdorn lifts at the flag stand, takes it to the bottom of 1 and 2. Here comes Darren Cordles in the 11K. He'll try the top once again. Verdorn all the way out of the gas on the bottom. Cordles heavy in the gas on the top. We're side by side for the race lead. Coming by the stripe, Verdorn led it by .004. 7 laps to go, and here comes Cordles to the lead. He's your 3rd different leader in tonight's Precision Auto Body Stock Car feature event. at the Rob Seco Rapid Nationals. He drops down, takes the nose away from the 04 Roger Verdorn, and Cordles will officially lead now with 6 to go. Spencer Callis says, all right, I'll try that top line. Let's see if that works. He's running in the 20K up top, trying to chase down the 43K of Josh Kelderman. Kelderman, Callis side by side, just behind them, 5th running Fire and the 16J of John DeBoer. He's making that party of 5, a party of 6. Callis nosing ahead of the 43K of Kelderman. So still something up there on the top line, but Darren Cordles knows Roger Verdorn had been running that bottom the entire duration of this feature, so he's taken his line away from him. So until he hears something to his outside or sees a nose out there, I don't think he's going to change his line. 4 to go. They'll come to 3 to go. Down the front straightaway into your living room on AdvantageRacing.tv. Callis and Kelderman still racing strong for the 3rd spot. 2 laps to go. Travis Vandentop had gone to the infield now in the 81. His Rapid Speedway season is done. We'll come to the white flag. Does anybody have something for DK? Let's find out. Final lap of the Precision Auto Body Stock Car season. There are 3 cars racing for the 3rd spot as Gregoire joined Kelderman and Callis. They're side by side for 3rd. Out front, though, it is Darren Cordles. And he will hold off Roger Verdorn and come to the double checkered flags. Verdorn 2nd, Kelderman, Callis, and Gregoire the rest of the top 5. $18 laps with 3 different leaders in tonight's Precision Auto Body Stock Car Championship event for the Rob Seco Rapid Nationals. And at the checkered, it's Darren Cordles in the 11K. Your winner, Roger Verdorn, led a chunk of that. The 04 will finish 3rd. Josh Kelderman led the opening segment in the 43K. He'll finish 3rd. Verdorn was 2nd, Kelderman 3rd. Spencer Callis a close 4th. Rich Gregoire right there at the line as well. He'll finish 5th in the 32X. John DeBoer was 6th. Brad Grotenhuis 7th in the 268. 15 of Tom Kroc 8th. Larry Kroc 9th. Travis Vandentop 10th. And Jim Larson with a flat tire pulling in. He'll be scored 11th. Caution lights go dark. We prepare for the green flag. A championship contender on the pole. A championship contender coming from the back. 20 laps remain in 2019. We go to the start. The H&H Mobile Home Service A feature event is underway for the Tri-State Late Medals at the Rob Seco Rapid Nationals. Trouble. Turn number 1. 2 cars together, and the yellow's coming out. Trouble in the first turn. 1B Scott Burkowski and 9J Jared Jelsma together in the first turn. How about that? Jeff Kroger brushes the car off, undusts himself, comes out, gets a front row starting spot. Bionoff brings us to the green. All 20 laps on the board. We're back underway. Daly threw it into turn number 1. The U2 went sliding across the racetrack. He'll hold on to the 4th spot. Jeff Kroger in the 2nd position. Here comes the 04 of Pospisil. He's looking to spoil Bayanoff's potential championship party. The 04 on the move from 5th to 2nd in the opening lap. Eric Van Osdol in the 9 from 8th to 4th in the opening lap, and a bunch of cars stacking up deep in the field. Scott Daly off the pace in the U2, Randy Rosenboom off the pace in the 14, and the 41 of Corey Ye coming back up to speed. Daly in the U2, back straightaway, heading to the pit stall. Race for the lead, Pospisil to the inside of Bayanoff. These two drivers race for a win at Raceway Park. This time Pospisil grabs the lead. He was unable to do that at Raceway Park. Bayanoff held him off for the win, but now Pospisil leads as they race back to turn number 1. 3 laps down, 17 to go. Gary Brown Jr. up to the 11th spot last time by the line, but he's got a long way to go to catch second place running Nate Bayanoff. Pospisil, Nate Bayanoff, Jeff Kroger, Eric Van Osdol, Gale Vogt into the top 5 in the 1B. A whole slew of cars going by the flag stand right now, battling for position to the top 5. Jesse Kroger back into the top 5. Here comes the 38 of Jordan Hyman getting by the 1B of Vogt. As Jeff Kroger off the top of turn number 3 and loops it around outside the racetrack, and the yellow is out. The yellow flag coming out as third place running Jeff Kroger got off the back straightaway, looped it around outside turn 3, and that puts us under the yellow. Field will hustle to the green flag here. Still 15 laps to go in this H&H Mobile Home Service A feature event. Tad Pospisil out of a cannon to a nice lead. Here comes Hyman in the 38 to the inside of Jesse Kroger of the 79. Hyman has the 4th spot as they head back to turn number 1. So the 38 from 9th up to 4th and looking for more as he challenges Van Osdol's number 9. Van Osdol closes the door. Jesse Kroger going to throw that right rear out there off of turn number 4. But here comes Hyman. He's got the 3rd spot. You can see Nate Bayanoff in front of him into 51. Trouble front straightaway, a couple cars together. Yellow is out. Still shy of the halfway point of this one. 13 laps to go before the final double checkered flag comes down for the year here at Rapid Speedway. Green is out. Kroger to the inside of Hyman looking for 3rd. Hyman and the 51 at Bayanoff had it rubbed, and here comes Gary Brown Jr. High side hustling. The 22 machine into the top 5. Brown is on the move from the back of the field. My, oh my, keep an eye on the 22. He's got 4th. He's looking for 3rd on his teammate, and he sees the other point contender right in front of him now. Championship battle. Didn't look like we would get to this point with one starting in the back and one starting at the front, but here we are now. Caution, parking lot in turns 1 and 2. "11 laps to go. A championship in the balance. Here we go to the restart." Bayanoff a little tight on the top line. Here comes Hyman to the inside of Brown. Here comes Kroger with a big run on the high line. Race for that championship as Pospisil trying to set sail on the field. Brown on the bottom, buying off on the top. Crossed flags were halfway. 10 to go, and side by side from the second spot. Give it to Gary Brown Jr. heading to turn number 1. Buying off, trying to hustle the 51 off of turn number 2 as Jesse Kroger rockets off the top of the racetrack, dips out of the top 5. Brown on the bottom, buying off, following him now off of turn number 4. The 79 of Kroger stops on the back straightaway, and the yellow is out. Tad Pospisil is your leader, by the way. Brown and Buyenoff. Green is out. Buyenoff, much better start in the 51. Tries to get the rear up in front of him. Brown on the top line into turn 1. Here comes that momentum, and Brown reclaims position 2. Buyenoff back to 3rd. Hyman runs 4th. And the W2 Gale Vogt completing the top 5. Make that Brad Vogt in the W2. John Hofer deeper in the field, trying to hustle the top shelf, bring the 10-2 into the top 5. He's got 2 more spots, 3 spots to go if he wants to do that. 9 to go. Gary Brown Jr. getting by the 51 of Buyenoff and pulling away from him. Does he have anything for the 04 of Pospisil? Last time, Pospisil was 0.2 quicker than Brown, out to a 1.4 second lead. Seven to go. They'll work off turn number 4. Tad Pospisil works us to 6 laps remaining. Nate Buyenoff can still see Brown, but it's 3/4 of a straightaway. About the same distance from Pospisil back to Brown. Jordan Hyman, Brad Vogt continuing to run 4th and 5th. Vogt working on Hyman for that position as they go to turn 1. A pair of runs run 6th and 7th. 1B Gale Vogt 6th. 1G Nick Grail 7th. John Hofert's up to the 8th spot in the 10-2. Lane Brendan 9th. Randy Rosenboom with a top 10 run going into 14. Lap traffic and a bunch of it in front of your race leader. Just 3 laps to go for the 04 of Pospisil as he comes up on the 44 of Kevin Larson. Pospisil no trouble getting by the 44. Now he'll work to the inside of Burkowski and then sees the 06W of Rick Wessels right there as well. They go 3 wide down the front straightaway. Pospisil looking strong. Boy, Nebraska drivers really taking it to the South Dakota and Iowa drivers tonight in a couple of divisions. As Tad Pospisil has a 2.9 second lead over Gary Brown Jr. I think Brown is okay with that. He knows what he has done. Final lap, final set of turns, side-by-side lap cars in front of Tad Pospisil. It does not matter. He'll come to the checkered flag. Pospisil wins the race. Brown wins the war in the 22 as your season champion, pending scales. Buyenoff 3rd. Here comes the 4th spot. 38 of Hyman and Brad Vogt 5th. All right, I'm going to say something on the radio to the officials back there in the tech area. Here's what it is. Scales, we need to know right away who passes and if anyone doesn't. Here is your unofficial finish as it stands right now. Tad Pospisil with his 3rd Tri-State Late Models H&H Mobile Home Service A feature event victory of 2019 in the 04, leading laps 3 through 20. From 19th to finish 2nd, the 22 of Gary Brown Jr. The 51 of Nate Bienhoff, third. Jordan Hyman, fourth. Brad Vogt, fifth. That's the 51-38 in W2. Gale Vogt, sixth in the 1V. 1G, Nick Grail, seventh. Lane Brendan, eighth. John Holford, ninth in the 10-2. And Randy Rosenboom in the 14 places top 10.